So recording has been started. So what you have learned today? What you have learned? Nested loops again, right? So are you feeling somewhat comfortable with the nested loop as compared to the yesterday? As compared to the yesterday, are you feeling comfortable with the nested loops? Please type in the chat. Little bit, nested loop problems. Okay. So let me share my screen and let's see whatever we did yesterday. Okay. Now, so nested loop is nothing but loop inside loop. Yes or no? For example, I'm defining a variable of type n. This type int name is n, whose value is 5, suppose. Okay. So if I want to do the nesting starting from 1 till 5, I plus plus. Or more specific, we know that outer loop is responsible for rows and inner loop is responsible for the columns, right? So this will give us the good understanding. Now let us define the loop for the columns. Then column is less than or equals to. More specific, I will take 10 only, not 5. You can change the value of n. This will also get changed, right? Whatever the output is there, you can control column this. Now tell me the output for this. Very simple. System dot out dot print. Stop. I'm giving space as well. System dot print. Right. Tell me output for this. What will be the output? Yeah. There can be a good. Yeah. What can be the output? Turn off my camera. Someone is telling off voice. My voice, is it clear? My voice is clear? Yeah. Tell me the output. What will be the output for this? First of all, tell me what I am doing exactly over here. What I'm doing over here. How many rows will be there? First of all, tell me how many rows will be there? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many columns will be there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 rows and 5 columns, right? So please concentrate, guys. Now tell me when loop will start, when I equals to 1, J inner loop, which is responsible for column. Okay, when row is first row, when row equals to 1, okay, we will enter inside this for loop, which is responsible for columns. So it is printing the column from where to where. Tell me. You can tell me the indices as well. At what grade you will get the output. So can I say that it is very similar to the for loop, which is just printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a single line. Instead of that, we are just printing stars. Can I say that? In the first row, we are just printing the stars. Yes or no? So in the first row, star will get printed. How many number of time? 5. See, starting from 1 till n. Getting it? Now value of row will get increased. So from 1, it will become 2. And we are also giving the line break as well. If you see line number, this one, This is the line break, which is shifting the control to the next line. Similarly, we are printing the star in the next line. How many stars? Equals to number of columns. How many columns are there? They are 5. Same row will get increment. Will this be the output? How many of it are comfortable with this? That we are going to get this output. Let us try to run this. Are you comfortable with this for loop? Inner and outer. I am just nothing I am doing extra. कुछ condition नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. Just simple, very basic nested loop. कुछ extra नहीं है इसमें. Just I am printing a box which is fill up of the stars. सभी stars है उसमें. Or we can say that which spells. ठीक है. It is very basic for nested loop. Everyone comfortable with this nested loops? Is whatever I have written for the time being. Now let us see the output. Let us see the output. Now I am going to modify this one only for the further cases. Let us try to print out Java. Then yes, Java. So are you getting the output as per the expectation? Please type in the chat. Yes, no. You guys are 100 plus. I should get 80 plus responses. Okay. Now I am going to modify, or we can say that I'm going to add few conditions. Or let me take the condition from your side only. Now my problem statement is I want to print row 1, column 1, last row, last column. Means you can say that a hollow box I need to print. Hollow box. Sorry. Now tell me what can be the condition that I need to add. This one, what this is doing, Rahul, if you see, this is just a print statement. So print statement is printing the things in the single lines, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I do not add this print ln, the next loop will again continue from here only. But I don't want this nature. I want to shift my control to the next line. That is the reason why I'm giving this empty SOP, okay, to shift my control to the next line. Means control यहाँ से यहाँ पर आ जाएगा and you will get output in this way. Is it clear? Now? Okay. So what can be the condition? Okay, I'm getting the conditions. What about the others? You can use the /n as well, Rahul. No worry, you can use. Okay, you guys are telling me I equals to 1, I equals to n, or rho equals to 1, or rho equals to n, equals to in the sense. Okay. Okay. So let us try to give the condition as per you. If rho equals to 1, or and, what do you think? Rho equals to n, or column equals to 1, or column equals to n. Okay, condition should be or, because we don't want all condition to be true at once, and it is not possible even, right? So for this output, we want or condition only, right? Now, is it fine till now? If I just print the output, will I get the output as per the expectation? What do you think? Will I get the output as per the expectation if I just write this if statement? How many of you think that we will get the output as a hollow box? How many of you think? Just write 1. Based on this only if condition, we will get the output as hollow box. And if you did dry run yesterday, so you will get an idea about this. Sorry. So how many of you think else part will also be required? So let us try to run this without else part first, and then we will see whether it is required or not. So first of all, let us run this, and I will tell you the reason as well. Okay. Column, row. Okay, triple equals to do not work. So here it should be double equals to, right? So if you see that you are getting columns and rows, but see if you are not giving the else condition, because of that, the whatever the last column was there, it is coming to the first second one. Are you getting it? The last वाला column था वो second पे आ गया क्यों? You are not giving the spaces for the remaining parts. Means यहाँ पे जो spaces देना चाहिए था, you had not given. ठीक है? If you understood these situations and if you just recall the yesterday's problem we were trying to solve. Okay, which was that problem? How many of you are remembering that problem? So let me show it again. So over here, this was the yesterday's problem, one of the problem. When we were doing the try run, it were giving the output somewhat else, means we were getting the output. But right now, if I just print this, I will get the output in this way. Yes or no? Right now, if I just print this nested loop, I will get the output in this way. But I'm not giving any spaces which has to be present over here. Okay, let me run this. Okay, you'll get an idea. If you just recall this last one problem yesterday, means we were trying to solve. Just a second. Okay, this window is disturbing me. So it should be nested.java. When I run this, you will get the output, whatever I have shown you right now. Yes or no? But if you remember, when we were doing the trial for this, how many of you remember yesterday's trial? This one, we kept this as it is. So how many of you tried at least? So as per this code, so it is getting started from next loop getting started from here. Yes or no? If you do the try run, you will get the output in this way. But this was not expected. On the replit, you are getting some other pattern, but using the trial, you are getting this pattern. Why? Because you are not adding any condition for the spaces in the replit code. Getting it? So take care of the spaces as well. That is the reason why we were getting this pattern, not this one. So to print this pattern, you need to change the inner for loop condition. Okay. Okay. We will see this one as well. Don't worry. But will you guys tell me, are you guys are comfortable with this one? Whatever we did means hollow square till now. Hollow square is comfortable. Hollow square, everyone. Okay. Now, let me change the problem statement. So what I want to print a C pattern. C in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces are there as well. Okay. Okay. This C pattern I want to print. What I can do? What I can do? Or what condition I need to remove from this C? And we need to add the condition for spaces as well. Yes or no? For remaining all condition, just add space. So you're telling me to repeat. Okay, to remove this last one condition. Means I don't want the last column. Yes or no? I don't want the last column. Now, let us try to run this. Java. Let's take another object. Okay, are you getting the output? Desired output. Now, can you print a reverse C? Means mirror image of this C? Is it possible to print a mirror image of the C? Yes. What do you need to do? Just you need to, you don't want the column number first, right? Instead of that, you want the last column. Now, if I want to rotate this C to the anti-clockwise direction till 90 degree, means I don't want the last row. Is it possible? I don't want the last row. Yes, it is also possible. Just add first column then. Getting it? Now, is it possible to print U? Means removing the first row. Instead of that, you want the last row. See, if using the only just by changing the condition inside the if, so how many patterns you are able to get? Getting it? You? Is it clear? Now, now I want to add the diagonal to the. I want to add the diagonal to the box. Means I want to keep this box as well. Not this is our box. I want to add one diagonal. Means let me give you idea what exactly I want. So let me just view this. Now, if you see this output, I just want to add a diagonal. Means you guys are already aware about this. Okay, over here as well. So what changes I need to do if I want to add a diagonal? This is the backward diagonal. You can say that in this way I want to add backward diagonal. Okay, ये diagonal. Okay. So what I need to add? So we know that yesterday only the observation is whatever the position is there for the diagonal, at that position, row and column, they are having the same value. Okay. So can I use this condition? Row plus column, or we can say that row equals to column. So let us try to get this. Java. Yes, getting it? Getting it? Now I want to add the second diagonal as well. Second diagonal. What is the condition for the second diagonal? We know that when we add row plus column, इसकी value हो जाती है n plus 1 के बराबर. This was our observation from the yesterday's class. ठीक है? Do it. Do it. Row plus column equals to n plus 1 अगर रहता है, then also print the star. Getting it? Okay. If you want more visibility, I'm just printing. Okay, I'm just removing the rows and this first row, first column, last row, and the last column. I'm just removing this. Now you will get X symbol. Okay? This one. Right? Now, okay. Now I want to print N. And what can I do? Can you please explain that if condition? Okay, so if you want me to explain that if condition again, so before that, if you understood this structure, then there is nothing inside that if condition. So for example, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 by 3 matrix, so you can say that. So if you see this diagonal, so what are the coordinates? You can say that. Or what is the value of row and what is the value of column at the very first star? So you can say that 1, 1. For the second star, it is 2, 2. Right? For the third star, it is 3, 3. this is your row and this is your column, right? So can I say that both row and column, they are having the same value for this diagonal, for the backward diagonal. So that's what I'm writing over here. Now, if you see the forward diagonal, this one, tell me the coordinates of this. So row is one. Always we write row first, then column. Then for this 2 comma 2, then for this 3 comma 1. So what pattern we observe? If we add row plus column, see the sum. Can I say that sum remains constant? And what is this for? If you see the size of this box, it's 3 by 3. Okay, 3 rows and 3 columns, right? When we add 1, or we can say that 3 plus 1 or n+1, it is becoming 4. So just I'm writing that condition. Row plus column equals to n+1. Nothing is there. Is it clear now? Pooja, is it clear? Please confirm. We try to unmute someone, then Himanshu. Himanshu Raju. Himanshu, are you there?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. I have a doubt, sir. In the previous like question of C, in which you wrote,
Okay.
so I have a doubt because like on OJ for that same problem, I wrote the exact same code that you wrote here, but it's like the result is I am getting is partially accepted.
Okay, got it.
So
On OJ.
yes,
So
sir.
need to check if some extra spaces or something might be we need to add over there.
Yes, but I wrote the exact same code that you like showed here right now, like some
Okay.
minutes ago.
Okay,
So that's why.
we'll take that one later on.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay,
But
sir.
right
Thank you, sir.
now,
Okay, okay, sir.
just this we are understanding how we can print
Yes,
different pattern. Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So next thing is what we can do if I want to print n means if you see this, so it is your first column, then definitely last column will also be there, and there will be a forward diagonal will also be there. Oh, Shivam, that also be possible. You can also store the output in the variable, then you can also print the variable directly. That also be possible. The same thing means is there just the difference is just you are storing it first, then you are printing. Now, what we can do for the n pattern? So can I say that first column and the last column will be required? Yes or no? So column 1 is necessary and the last column is also necessary. Along with that, can I say that? Just to give me a second. Yeah. So tell me, apart from the first column and the last column, what else we will require? We will require one more diagonal. So whatever in which you are comfortable, you can go with that. So no worry. Tell me, apart from this, so can I say that we required one? Okay, uh, need to add more rows and more columns. So we require this backward diagonal. Yes or no? So what is the condition for this? We can say that row and columns, both values are equal over here. Okay, and those conditions. So on OJ might be possible check for these spaces as well. Okay. Now let us see that. when row equals to column. Okay, run this. Is it clear? Now see, you're able to print, and similarly, will you able to print Z as well? Z, will you guys able to print Z? Simple. Okay. Now let me change the problem statement. Okay. Now I want to find prime numbers from 1 to 100. Hmm. So anyone wants to volunteer this? Anyone? I want to find out the prime numbers from 1 to 100. So Rajat, over here in the else part, I'm just doing the spaces. No? Why two spaces? In the sense, just do the trial run on this. You will understand why two spaces are required. If you see this star, along with that star, I'm adding this space. Similarly, if you don't print anything, so definitely at that position as well, there should be some space. No? I think it. Yeah, Ritika, are you there? Ritika Raj.
Yeah. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you, Ritika?
Fine.
Yeah.
So,
So
uh,
this is the problem statement.
okay. So we have to find out the prime number. So first we have to see whether the number is when number is modulus by I. If it gives reminder 0, then we will store that value in count. So for that, first we will take int count as 0,
Okay.
and then
First, tell me when we can say that number is prime. For example, if it is 11.
yeah, so if it is divisible by itself and the number, then it will be prime. Like 1, it can be only divided by 1 and the number itself.
1 and itself, right? So when you do the modulus, you are telling that you will just do the count plus plus. Okay. Then what
Yeah.
should be the value of this count to get a number as a prime? Count कितना
Uh,
रहना चाहिए?
1.
1.
No, no, no. To get the prime number, the count should be 2. If the count is 2, then it will
Yeah.
be
If the
prime,
count equals to 2, then we can say that it is a prime. Otherwise, it is not prime.
not a prime number.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, your logic is right, and it will work for a single number. Okay. I want to find out all the primes from 1 to 100.
Yeah. Then we will start with a for loop.
Okay. Start with the for loop from where to
If
where?
I is equals to 1 till
From 1 to 100.
I is less than equals to 100.
Okay. 1 to 100. This is
Yeah,
just
then we will do I plus plus. Then if
Mhm.
uh, our
Then you will
num
write a logic for.
yeah,
Okay. This will be your
uh,
approach.
yeah.
Everyone comfortable with this? Is it right approach? Have you understood what we are going to do? No? Okay. So are you comfortable in finding whether a number is prime or not? Everyone knows when a number is prime or when it is not. Okay. I'm considering that you guys know when a number is a prime and when it is not. So in short, we can say that when a given number is divisible by completely divisible by 1 or itself, so at that time you can say that it is prime, otherwise not prime. Okay, this condition is there. So let us try to write down the logic to find out all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Now running the for loop from number equals to 1 till number is less than or equals to 100 and num plus plus. After that, Ritika, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to take the count variable, or we can say that more specific factor variable, right? Initializing it with the 0. Now, next step is again I need to run a loop.
Yes, if loop we have to run and we have to find whether it's divisible by 0. Okay.
Given number and I plus plus. Are you comfortable with it? What I am doing over here?
Okay.
So suppose what is the logic of this? This is logic is in this way. For example, if a number is 5, okay, this will be a number. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm running a loop from 1 to 5. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm running a loop from 1 to 5 if a number is 5. Now, what I'm going to write in the inside this for loop, I will write a condition. What will be the condition? If the number 5 mod I
is equals
if
to
it is equals to 0, means you can say that completely divisible. So I'm just doing the factors plus plus. Means what I'm doing. Let me give you the idea again. So when I run a loop from 1 to 5, I am checking this condition whether 5 modulus I will be again 1 to 5. I will check how many numbers divide 5 completely. How many numbers divide 5 completely? Okay. If this condition satisfied, I'm just incrementing this variable factors. Getting it? Getting it? This is what you are telling me, no? To do?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after that,
Again, we can use one condition statement, if statement, and we can count
where after this for
after
loop
the
or
for
inside this?
loop.
Okay.
No, after the for loop.
After
Then
this
again
for
we
loop,
will start
again
if
we will check for
factor is equals to 2, then we can say it is a prime number.
dot println. So you can say that this num is already coming, right? Num is a prime number. Okay?
Yeah, else
Else
it will not be a prime number.
else it's then num plus space is not a prime number. Okay?
Yeah.
Why 2? So that's what the definition of the prime number. No? If a given number divisible by 1 or itself, then only we can say that it is a prime number. Now tell me one more thing. Suppose number is 4. Now tell me which numbers divide 4 completely. Tell me, Ritika, which numbers
1,
divide
2,
4
and 4.
completely? 1, 2, and 4. So how many factors are there?
3.
3. So is 4 prime now?
No, it's not a prime number.
Is it clear, Rahul? The definition of the prime? Now tell me for 2. Which numbers divide 2 completely? Ritika?
1 and 2.
1, 2. How many factors?
2.
2. Now take the number as 7. Which number divide
1
7
and
completely?
7.
1 and 7. Factors?
Only 2.
2. Similarly, if I take 11, 1 and 11, 2 factors. So that is the reason why equals to. Okay, run this loop. Let us see the output. Let me clear this first. So Java PSC 1. So 1, what about the 1? 1 is neither prime, right?
Or composite. Yeah.
Okay. 2, yeah, 2 is a prime. 3 is again a prime. 4, not a prime. 5 is a prime. 6,
Not a
not a
prime number.
prime. Okay, getting it how I use the nested for loop to print all the numbers which are prime from 1 to 100. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, Ritika, thank you. What about the others? One exceptional, you can say that. Everyone, is it clear? Please confirm. Okay. Now, let me change the problem statement. Okay, now someone has to help me out to print this pattern. So Rohit, don't use else condition at that time, no? If you want only prime number, if you don't want to print non-primes. Okay, don't use else condition. ये condition मत use करो. Okay. Now I want to print this pattern. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This pattern I want to print. So anyone who wants to volunteer? Sneha, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi Sneha, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay. So have you got pattern?
Yes, sir.
Have you got the pattern? What
Yes,
exactly
sir.
I want to print?
Yes, sir.
So this is the pattern in short. So 9 and 10. Okay. So tell me how we can.
First of all, I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 3, and n is
Okay.
equal to 4. Okay. I is equal to 1, I is,
Okay.
sorry, row is equal to 1, 2,
Yes,
row is less
than
than or equal to 4,
Okay.
row
Then
plus plus.
row plus plus.
Okay.
ठीक है. Now
Let again one use column for loop. Integer call is equal to 1, call is less than or equal to n, call plus plus. First of all, we have to take one variable count. Integer n is equal to 4.
integer n equals to 4, it is already okay.
Count variable we have to
Just
take.
round. Okay, over here.
Count is equal to 0. Assign.
0. ठीक है. उसके बाद.
Okay, then in under call loop, call plus plus. Sorry, count plus plus. And we can print here count value. And after that value, next new line will create println.
What is the role of this? Line number 56.
Println.
So what is the role of this? Line number 56. What exactly it does?
Go to the control next line.
Okay, after performing this one inside the whatever the for loop is here means you can say that this for loop is running from 1 to 4, right? Means it will
Yes.
print in this way 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll take the control from here to here. Okay. Why n is 4? You can take any n. No worry. I just take an n is. You can take 3, 5, anything. No, it's totally depends on you, no? You can take 3, 4, 5, anything. Okay, I'm taking the 3. You guys are comfortable with 3. So I'm taking 3. Okay. So let us run this. So, yes, getting it?
Yes,
Now I
sir.
can take for the 4 as well. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Sneha. Thank
Okay.
you.
Welcome.
Now, what can be the other condition for this? For example, if I want to print the pattern in this way, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to print this pattern. Is it covered in the morning class? With this pattern? Is it covered? 4, 3, 2, 1? No? Not covered, right? Okay. So, anyone wants to volunteer this? Yeah. Abhishek, are you there?
Yeah, hi sir.
Hi, Abhishek, how are you?
Fine sir.
Okay. Have you understood the pattern? What exactly we need to do? Okay,
Yes.
let me write again. Okay, let me write it again. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes,
Okay.
I have understood.
ठीक है. I'm keeping it as it is as well. Now tell me how we can. I'm taking
So-
n as a 4 because 4 rows are there, 4 columns are there. Okay.
Okay. So we have to create a one loop which is 1 to n.
In the one or more specific, we take the row variable. Good understanding. Row is less than or equals to n. Then row plus plus. Okay. Then
After that we have to create another loop which is go like start n to 1. Yeah, call equals to n
starting the column equals to n
and call greater than equals to 1 and call minus minus.
So means you are running the second loop in the reverse direction, right?
Yes.
So
And then we have to system.out.print. And after that, yeah, print ln.
getting the same output.
Yes.
This is also one of the way, or another way you can also take one variable as well. And again, you need to reset the variable value to the original one. And like you did count plus plus in the previous problem, like in this way, no? Plus
Yes,
plus.
right.
You can also do the count minus minus. Okay. Are you
Yes,
getting me?
right.
Suppose
Yes, right.
Suppose I take the value of the count. I know it is equals to n. Okay.
Yes.
Then I'm
Yes.
doing the count minus minus. Okay. I know
Right.
when it will run till 1 at the last count will become 1. Then after this inner for loop, I can reset the value of this count to again 4
N. Yeah.
or n. Yeah, right. So let us try that one as well. Okay.
Yes, right.
So, for example, I'm defining one variable as a count equals to n.
N.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
over here, first we will print that count. Then, after that, because 4 should become first now.
Yes, right.
Okay. Count
Minus minus. And after the
till
loop, we have to
till
make the
that.
count. Yeah.
Again, I need to make count equals to n. Let us see. Yeah, getting the same output.
Yes, right. And we can also remove that call like 1, 2, and that.
Yeah. Nice. So you can also run the simple inner for loop means just
Small
the.
n. That is small n.
Okay, in this way also it will work.
Yes, right.
Getting it?
Yes, getting. Got it.
Okay, Abhishek. Thank
So
you.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So these were the multiple number of ways to print out particular pattern. So you guys are means was your you can say that homework to print this pattern. Okay, means Z wala this Z pattern you need to print. I don't know whether it looks like Z or not for you, but it is Z. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, will you do it? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Now, so let us take one of the question from the previous evaluation. How many of you have solved this fish bus question? And how many of you haven't or not able to solve? That can be the second condition. Who is not able to solve this can raise the hand. We will try to solve together. Okay, Sonam, you want to help for this problem to solve? You can raise your hand if anyone wants to volunteer. Yes, I want the new faces. Others? Those who haven't solved, they can raise their hand. It's okay. It's okay if you haven't even solved this. You tried, but you are not able to solve. At least you tried. Surya, are you there? Surya? Sumit? Shivam?
Yes, sir.
Shivam, how are you?
Fine, sir.
So, have you solved this question?
Yes, sir. Solve.
Okay. So let's try to solve this again as per your understanding. Read this question.
You are given a number stored in a variable with the name num, and for all the number in a range 1 to num, including num. If the number is divisible by 3 and 5, then both print phase bush. Else, if it is divisible by 3, then we print phase without quotes. Else, if it is divisible by 5, then it print buzz without quotes. Else, it print as it is.
We can proceed.
Sir, we take a loop from 1 to num. After that,
Num.
yeah. After that, we apply if condition. If
We are applying if condition
if
to check whether
if the number is mod divisible, it gives the remainder equals to 0. Mod 3 equals to 0, or I mod equals to 5.
or
No, end, because end is there. End we apply. End condition. And num mod 5 equals to 0. Then it print fizz buzz.
So it will be this bus.
Buzz.
Okay.
Okay. Else if num mod 3 equals to 0, it will print fizz. Then else if num mod 5 equals to 0, mod 5 equals to 0, it will print buzz. And after that else it prints
Else,
as it is.
as it is. If all this condition not satisfied, then
Then
the
it
step number 5.
as it is.
Okay. Is it clear? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So guys, were you able to solve this on OJ? Do I need to take this? Were you able to solve, guys? Please confirm. Okay. Okay, thank you, Shivam.
Okay, welcome, sir.
You guys are comfortable with this, so I'm not going in detail. I'm not using OJ. Already I have given the number of steps. Just you need to solve. Means that you need to convert it into the code and try it. Yes, you Sneha, you can. You can. So your first nested loop, I think this question is easy. Is pattern printing. Everyone saw this question? How many of you have solved this question? Please confirm. Please type in the chat if you have solved this question. So how we can solve this question? First of all, tell me. Just I'm doing the trial and over here only. You need to tell me the answer for this. If n is equals to 4, how pattern is coming? Please give the concentration. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I enclose this inside the box, let's see how it will look like. One, two, three, four. Column 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me how we can solve this question. Now, first of all, tell me the observations. Observations from this pattern. What are your observations? Tell me observation from this pattern. What were you able to get? How many rows are there? There are 4. How many columns? At last, you are getting all 4 columns. But one pattern is there. If you are able to see this pattern, what is the pattern? As row is increasing, along with that row, your column is also increasing. Can I say that? Means what? If row is 1, column is 1, you are printing only to that cell. But if you see that when row is 2, your pattern is getting printed till column number 2. But when row is 3, again, if you see, your pattern is getting printed till column number 3. If row is 4, your pattern is again getting printed till column number 4. So can I say that outer for loop will work from row equals to 1 to, tell me, from row equals to 1 to row equals to, or in short, just I'm writing the pseudocode. ठीक है, but tell me how the inner for loop will work. This is very important. Inner for loop, how it will work. Can I say that inner for loop is totally depends upon the value of row. ठीक है, so starting with the column number 1, but there is a condition. What will be the condition? Tell me. This condition matters, right? Your column value should be less than or equals to your row value. Then you can do column plus plus. If you understood this, there is nothing inside this problem. Just you need to print as a star. And space is not required, right? And after that, just give the line break. Will you able to solve this question? You can try to solve. Okay, no worry. We'll see how we can. So let me try this question. Okay, it is already tried. Good. Now, outer for loop. So row equals to 1 till row is less than or equals to then row plus plus. Then for and column starting from 1 column, you should go till whatever the value of row is there. Yes, no? Do the increment as per this. System out print star. ठीक है? Again, system out insert that. Okay. Let us try to run this. If getting the right output, if it is 1, we should get only how many stars? Only 1 star, right? Yeah. If it is 5, you just see for the 5. Yeah, we are getting the output as per the expectation. So run this once, get it. Getting it? How it is working? Please confirm. Do I need to do the dry run for this? Dry run required? Dry run करना है इसका? How it is working exactly? Okay. Yes, Shubhashri, are you there?
Sir, I have a doubt that how do you know that column, like I don't approach this type of question. So what is the how to approach this type of pattern question? I just
It totally
want to know.
depends on finding some pattern. So definitely, are you comfortable in that printing a box which is full of the stars? This one, just is starting wala.
Yeah.
Okay, then what we have seen, how we can print up this reverse diagonal. Then we have seen how we can print this forward diagonal. Then we have seen how we can print a star. ये star कैसे print कर पाया? Tell me how we were able to print this star.
Sir.
Next this one, if you remember this star. How we were able to print this star? This cross. Knowing this backward diagonal and this forward diagonal. just we combine
Yeah.
both of them. Okay, but how we got the idea of how we can print this diagonals? How we can print this diagonal? So just if you observe that rows and column, you can consider this that like a 2D matrix. Do you know about 2D matrix?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it has the value for column, it has the value of row as well, right? So if
Yes.
this is 4 by 4, okay. So suppose this is a row 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this is a column 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Okay. Now, if you see, if I just want to print this diagonal, which is backward, okay.
Yes.
Now see the position of this one grid, or we can say that this box. What is the value of row and what is the value of column over here?
It's 1, 1.
1, 1. Okay. Similarly for this. So we
1,
can say that
sorry,
2,
2, 2,
3,
3, 3, 4,
4.
4.
What is the pattern you were able to observe?
When row in and column,
When row equals to
sorry,
column,
yeah,
then only print a star. This is what you need to identify. And whatever the pattern you are able to see now, each pattern contains some hidden thing. This you need to observe. Similarly, if you see this one, this is one diagonal. Again, this diagonal is also possible, right?
yes,
This one, this one. Okay. So what is the value of this cell?
1, 4.
1, 4. This one,
Then 2, 3,
2, 3. Then 3, 2,
3, 2,
and 4, 1.
and 4, 1.
So we can say that row plus column equals to n plus 1. ये पैटर्न था वहाँ पे, yes or no?
Row
इतना
plus
समझ में आया था?
column,
ठीक है?
plus 1.
Now if you see this one,
Yeah,
current pattern. So how it is? If suppose n value is 4, then how it is getting printed?
yes. 4 row, 4 column.
If n का value है 4, then how it is getting printed?
Hmm.
In this way? Sorry, in this way?
Yes,
ठीक है? If I just enclose
yes,
this, so see how these stars are getting increased. Can I say that when row is 1, column is 1, only 1 star we are getting. When row is 2, you are getting 2 stars. So based on this row, you are getting the stars. When the row is 3, you are getting 3 stars. When the row is 4, you are getting the 4 stars. Means whenever you are printing the star, you need to take care of the row only. You need to run this inner for loop till the value of that row. This is what I'm doing over here. This is the condition that we were adding as a sum. Means if you remember the previous loops, हम कैसे लिखते थे? Column is less than equals to n. हम पूरे column में print करते थे star. Means whole row we were printing the star. But this time we do not need to go for the other columns as well. We have to
yes,
take care of the particular row. कि row का number कितना है? If it is 1, then only consider the first column and first row. Print till this. If the number is 2, then consider till column 2, starting with the 1 only. 1 से ही करना है ना? Direct यहाँ पे print नहीं करना
yes,
है. Starting with the first, go till 2. Then again, if it is 3, start with 1, go till 3. Then if it is 4,
3.
start with 1, okay, go till 4. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
No, sir.
So just find it takes some time, but you do the dry run from your side as well, whatever the patterns and whatever the code is there now. Using that code, start with the very starting. If you remember how we have started with the dry run part. So this is the first step, this is the second step.
The
Then
second.
loop will control will come inside this. This is the third. This is the fourth. Then control will come over
Yes.
here. Okay. Then this is fifth. This will run till this condition will be false. Then control will come out of this. After that, again, this one
It's
will
row
be there.
plus plus.
Okay, in this
Yes.
way, try to do the try. Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So let's see some other question. Let's try reverse. Yeah, you guys will able to print this one, right? Just now we have seen. Am I right? And what about this pattern? So already, okay, someone were telling ki, okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's try this one. Somewhere, someone told ki this is not getting accepted. Let us try. Might be because of spaces. Okay, got it now. If you see this problem over here, so if it will write first, then it will try to write, no worry. If let's try first loop, then row starting from 1, guide me with the code. Then row is less than equals to, yeah, no, we are right. Num, then row plus plus. This is the outer loop. Then in the inner loop, we'll run from which? From where to where? From where to where? So consider that, okay, we will try to first print a box which is filled up of all the stars. Okay, column equals to 1 and column is less than or equals to, then column is plus. Okay, then about print star plus space. What about navigate? A box which is full up of the stars. So what I don't want the last column and all the remaining stars, right? I only want what I want. I want the first row, last row, and the first column. Okay, that thing only I want. No? So if row equals to first, or if row equals to last, then tell me if column equals to first, then only print this. Otherwise, don't do anything. Okay, and if you want to add this under, you can say that if you want to see the spaces, that also possible. Just write down that underscore. So yeah, let us try to see that we get accepted or not for this. Yeah, let's get accepted. Getting it? So actually over here as well, do not need to add any extra space. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah. So over here, if you see, over here as well, we'll change the color. In this area, no need to add any spaces. Only this thing we need to print. Getting it? So Rohit, try. It is very interesting question. Pattern of P. I want you guys to spend some time with it. Pattern of P, or just pattern phi. Okay. Weekdays, it's just the if else condition is there anything. Okay. Let's see the some other. Pattern of V. You need to try. You need to give some time to it. Okay. Letter Z, I think you guys will be able to solve. Am I right? Will you be able to solve this question? Z pattern? Yeah, of course, you have to. Print a parallelogram. Will you be able to solve this question as well? Done? No? Okay. Let's try to see if there is some pattern in this parallelogram. Okay. Let's see first whether we are able to find some pattern or not. So there is the n whose value is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have to shift towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By one star. Okay. Mm, yeah. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let us try to solve this on the board. So n is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then we have to shift to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this is problem. Again, we need to take care of the spaces. There is nothing here as well. Shift by 1. ठीक है. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting from this. Okay. Some changes are there. Let me draw it again from here. Or we will use we will use some columns to distinguish. So it will be easy for us. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to use a more understanding. See if it is required one. Then we have to shift each row by 1 star towards left, right? So each row contains the 5 star as well. And let me draw the line as well. Okay. Now tell me, is there any pattern you are able to see over here? Is there any pattern? Tell me. For spaces, tell me how we can do the initial spaces and see it is how it is getting decreased. we need to take care of the initial spaces over here. Okay, let me give you one idea. So see over here. Let's see any color, any good color that we are. Okay, see, this is the space. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the space 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, then 1. So how the spaces are getting distributed? Rows, if you see the rows, yeah, they are it's straightforward 1 to 5. Columns, how many columns you are able to see? How many columns you are able to see? How many columns are there? 9 or 10? If you see these are 5 and this is 4, right? And at the last, if you see, we are getting the star, not a space. So let us see. For outer, for the number of rows, we are running the loop from 1 to n, right? What about the inner for loop? Tell me. So tell me one thing. What if I print the spaces first and then I print the star? Is it possible? I will use one for loop to print only spaces. Then I will use the another for loop to print a star. Is it possible? I'm going to use again a single for loop for spaces. Okay. Then again one more. Whatever the logic is there for the spaces, I will write over here. Then again one more for loop for star. Is it possible? Can I do this? Okay, but now tell me, for printing the spaces, I need to run a loop from 1 to what value? This is very important. Next thing is just like printing the star. It is again from 1 to n only. Nothing you need to do for printing the star. But for spaces, this is very important condition. Till what I need to run a loop. So if you see that, if you can say that if the row is 1, I need to print the how many spaces? 4. If row is 1, I need to print 4 spaces. If row is 2, 3. If row is 3, I need to print 2 spaces. If row is 4, I need to print 1 space. If row is 5, I need to print a 0 space. So till what I need to run this loop? So can I say that till n minus row? Will it work? Whatever the value of row is coming from the outer for loop, okay, I need to take the reference of that and accordingly I need to print a space. Yeah, let us try to write the code on this. Okay, again you will get understanding on that when we write the code. Okay, just give me a second. We clear the join. So outer for loop for the number of rows. So they are starting from row equals to 1 till row is less than or equals to n, then row plus, right? Then first for loop I am writing for printing the spaces. Okay, so space which is starting from the 1, then space should be less than or equals to what? Can I say that n minus row? Is it right? Then space this. Then what I need to print? String dot out dot. See, I'm using the print statement. Okay, this is again very important because I want the output in the single line. Okay. Print a space. Okay, this will do the work of. Okay, for the visualization part now, I will use this underscore, so you will visualize these spaces. Now for int. Now what is remaining for the column? So column is starting from 1 till column will goes till n and then column. So these are this loop is only for the star, printing star. Okay, then dot print. Then we need to shift the control to the next line as well. How? It's dot print len this. Let us try to run this. So are you getting the output as per the expectation? At the last, if you see the last row, the no any space is getting printed, right? So let us try to submit it. This is just a space. Okay. Getting it? Simple. Is it clear? Please confirm. Is it clear, everyone? See over here now. Over here, even though columns are 9, so first 4 columns it is taken care by the these spaces. Can I say that? And we know that if you see again this one. Okay. Even though at the start column was 9, but it was goes on decreasing because of this spaces as well. Right? Do the dry run. Do the dry run, then you will understand. So it's just like let me give you an idea for the row 1. So when row value is 1, this for loop will work. From where to where this for loop work? This will work from 1 to n minus 1. What is the value of n? For example, I'm taking n as a 4. Okay, 4 minus row is 1. So 1 to 3 only it is running. Means you will get 3 spaces. After that, this for loop will work. This for loop will work from 1 to n, because stars, I want stars equals to whatever the n value is there. So more stars. So in this way, you can say that 4 stars and 3 spaces you are getting at the row number 1. Getting it? For row number 2 is 2 spaces and star value is remaining same. Okay. For third one, 1 space, star value remaining same, but it is getting shifted towards the left. For last one, we are not getting any space. And okay, because of what? For the last, tell me for the last one, n minus what will be the value of row for the last one? Again, equals to n minus n, 4 minus 4, 0. Now tell me for the last condition, will this for loop work? Will this for loop work? Means what? Will this for loop work for the last one? Now, starting with the space equals to 1, I'm telling for the last condition, space की value is 1. Now it is checking whether the value of 1 is less than or equals to 0. Is it true? Is 1 less than or equals to 0? No. So that is the reason why for the last condition, this for loop will not work. Only this for loop. That is the reason why for the last row, you are getting only number of stars. Getting it? How it is working? It's confirmed. Okay. So maximum of the OJ problems we have covered. Okay. So you also need to try some other problems. Let me stop the recording.